Apologies for being late, everyone. I was having computer issues. Why is that still up? I know I shut it off. Jesus Christ. Forgive me, Lord, for using your name in vain. Okay, guys. Sorry about this fucking shit show. I apologize. Oh, my computer literally decides to just freeze up at the most inconvenient fucking time. It's pissing me off. Because this isn't the first time it's done it. Anyways. Just breathe. Let me see if my Rumble's up so I can get you guys in the chat. God, I'm fucking pissed right now. Cheers, everyone. Sorry for the bad attitude. I am human, though, like we all are. I have my bad days, so please forgive me. Looks like... Oh. Okay, it is. It's extremely delayed. Why is this back here? Okay, guys. Just getting my shit set up here. We're not really talking about the Fourth Amendment specifically today. We're talking about First Amendment, Second Amendment. Well, I would say Fourth and Fifth Amendment. So I probably should have done this after the Fifth Amendment video, but it's okay if we sandwich it in between the Fourth and the Fifth Amendment. That works too. I'm going to play a video here. I'll comment at times, but this guy just protects his rights. This old dude. Looks like he's wearing a MAGA hat even. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But anyways, let's get into it. I'm still trying to gather myself here. Just bear with me, guys. That's the wrong one, dude. I probably don't have my screen capture set up. How much you want to bet? I'm not going to do my stupid plugs today since I was late. That's the penalty I get for being late. Let's see which one it is. Just in rare form today, computer. In a good way. Internet? What's going on?
I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions.
This up so you guys can see it. Oh, now I'm skipping frames. Awesome. Screw you, OBS. Screw you, computer. If it keeps doing that, guys, I'm just gonna call it quits for the night because it's just gonna be shit for you guys. There's no usable content at that point. We'll see if it unfucks itself. Anyways, chat in, call in, bottom half of the hour. You can chat in anytime. Hopefully all the streams are up, because I was fucking with that earlier, and I need to quit fucking with shit is what I need. It's my fault, ultimately. I'm sitting here cursing my computer. But, anyways. I've been pretty much in a rotten attitude all day. I don't know what it is. Need to pull my head out of my ass. Get over it. Man up. Okay. Anyways, guys, cheers. Again, sorry. Start over. Thanks for being here, everyone. Cheers. Let's just jump into the video, shall we?
I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions. Okay.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. Today we have a short video submitted by Because the Constitution. If you enjoy the video, hop on over and let him know I sent you. The thumbnail claims that this is the perfect traffic stop. The reality is, there isn't a perfect traffic stop. But if your right to travel freely happens to be infringed by a pirate,
I don't answer questions.
this is a good example of how to handle it. Note that the dates shown are wrong on each camera. This incident occurred on October 28th, 2019. BTC doesn't deny going a couple over the limit when he is pulled over by an officer of the Germantown Police Department.
Which side are you on? Sorry. Alright. Not used to this window.
Where you headed to?
Okay, so notice how he doesn't roll his window all the way down. That's very smart when interacting with the police. As we just covered in the Fourth Amendment, we're secure in our person and our possession. So he's protecting his person and his possessions here. He has every right to do that.
I don't answer questions.
Huh?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions.
I don't answer questions.
Okay. The reason I'm stopping is for speeding back yonder and continuing to go a little faster. If you're not answering questions, I'm assuming you're not going to tell me whether you still live on Gideon Street or not.
I don't answer questions.
Can I ask why you don't ask questions? Answer questions?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions.
You see the cop uses a very common tactic there. Hi, buddy. Hi. You knew Daddy's upset? Yeah. You're a good boy. I love you. I love you. So, the cop uses a very common tactic here. Can I ask why you don't answer questions? The sad thing is, most people will fall for that and they start answering his questions. And once you start answering questions, it's really hard to stop answering questions. Don't answer a single question. Obey lawful orders. Never answer a cop's questions, ever. Their primary purpose for being there is to investigate you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. Remember that. They're not your friend, no matter how much they act like it.
Okay. So now, take the appropriate time to do what I need.
What you gotta do?
Because BTC
I love that guy's answer. Do what you gotta do. Don't give a
didn't
fuck.
answer questions, the officer called for a backup unit. About 8 minutes
Of course he called for backup, because his little feelers were hurt. Cops are disgusting human beings. Most of them. Like I said yesterday, there are some good cops sprinkled in here and there. Okay? But the vast majority of them are power-hungry people with guns, which is a bad combination. I will say this, guys. If you exercise your rights, there's a very slight chance that you may lose your life because of one of these power-hungry people carrying a pistol around. Okay? They don't like their authority challenged. You know, well, Eric Cartman, South Park, respect my authority when he was a cop. Yeah. That's what most of these jerk-offs act like.
later, the officers come back with a ticket and take down the VIN number.
Here's your insurance card and registration, Mr. Strickland. No.
You notice how the cop's demeanor changed too? How friendly he was when he first approached the vehicle? And then when this individual decided that he's going to exercise his rights, what a dick the cop is being now with his body language and everything. Expect to be uncomfortable when you exercise your rights, because the vast majority of cops will act just like this. And they do it to try to make you cave and stop exercising your rights, because when you exercise your rights, you're impeding their investigation legally, and they know there's nothing they can do about it legally. Okay? Again, God forbid that one of them flies off the handle and does something stupid to you. But if you escape with your life in that situation, now you have a whopper of a lawsuit just waiting for you. It's like winning the lottery. I wish there were more laws in place to police the police. Because even now that they're recorded, this is a quite old video, so this is probably before body cams. Obviously he's recording, so he has a cell phone or some sort of recording device. I should have looked at the date, but I had other things going on with the computer and all that nonsense. So anyways, the point I'm making, and always record the police too, and let them know you're recording them. And if they say you can't, tell them to fuck themselves. You have every right to. That's your First Amendment right. Freedom of the press. You don't have to have press credentials to be part of freedom of the press, and it's freedom of speech too. Okay, you have every right to record a public officer in his line of duty. I don't care what state laws say anywhere. I think here in California, it says that it's inadmissible in court, basically. But remember, the Constitution of the United States trumps all other laws in the nation. So all laws that contradict what the Constitution says in black and white, not only is it you're legally allowed to do it, you are legally obligated to do it. It's your duty to exercise that right in the face of tyranny. And that's what most cops are. They're little tyrants running around with guns. Okay? Show them respect. Don't piss them off more than you have to. Act like this cool cucumber here. I don't answer a question. And remain calm. It's tough to remain calm because you're going to be upset inside. That's normal. You're going to be uncomfortable. You might even be pissed off. Suppress that shit. Act like this guy.
You're not going to answer me, but it's my duty to ask. Do you have a phone number?
I'm not going to get that fancy.
I didn't really catch what he said there. I should play it back. I really want to hear what he said before the cop just storms off.
I know you're not going to answer me, but it's my duty to ask. Do you have a phone number?
I'm not going to get that fancy.
Okay, so the cop just asked another question. He said, I think, do you have my phone number? Or something like that. And he said, I'm not going to answer any questions. And you see the cop got all pissed off, walks off in a huff. He's trying to make it as uncomfortable as possible for this guy so that he'll cave. This guy's not caving. Kudos to you, sir, for exercising your rights. For not being a fucking coward, in other words. don't know why they didn't cut all that out.
This is for speeding. 55 and 45, speed limit dropped down to 45. You were still continuing at 55 miles an hour.
Giving him a speeding ticket for 10 over. What a cocksucker. Hey, if he was in the wrong, then he gets the ticket. Like, it's still better to exercise your rights. Because he starts answering a bunch of questions, this could have devolved into something even worse. Okay? Don't cooperate with the cops. It's that simple. But do it in a polite, respectful way. Just don't answer their questions. It's really that simple. Just shut up. And the only thing you say to them is, I don't answer questions. If they give you a lawful order, then follow that order. Now, what's a lawful order, you're probably asking? If this cop asks him, please sir, get out of the vehicle, or it just says, get out of the vehicle now, what this guy should say is, what is your probable cause? The cop does not answer that question and says, get out of the vehicle now. Then get out of the vehicle. It's not worth getting shot or having your window shattered. But you have it recorded that he refused to answer the question of probable cause, which is what we went over yesterday, which is a requirement of the Fourth Amendment. So now you have him on that. Now you can take him to court over that, no matter what they do outside the vehicle to you. Okay? Don't fight at that point. I would just say, okay, fine. It's a little different in a car because they really have ground over you. I would say, so I've had this happen to me a few months back. I'm a full-time RVer, as most of you know. And so I actually stand up. My door is elevated, like most RVs, obviously. And it also opens outward, okay? Which most doors to houses open inwards, if you haven't noticed that. The reason for that, it's easy access for the authorities to get in if they need to. Mostly the fire department. It's fire code. But obviously, these little tyrants can get into your house easier as well. So it's really nice that I have a door that swings outward, because they can sit and beat on that shit all day. It'll take them a long time to get through it. Anyways, I digress. So I had someone called animal control on me. Some dickhead neighbor, because I just moved in. I'm in a really old rig. It's the same age as I am. It tells you how old it is. I'm not going to share my age. And you know, it looks old. It's a nice place to live, but it's old. And so these hoity-toity people that I was parked next to don't like that because it's an eyesore. Well, go fuck yourself. So they what you call it, swatted me, is what they did. And they call animal control and complain about my dogs, which there's a short in my YouTube. Go check it out. My dogs are happy, fat, and spoiled rotten. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I love my dogs. They're my family. Love my dogs more than anything in this world. The only thing I love more than my dogs is Jesus Christ. And that's being honest. Anyways, I digress again. So this chucklehead shows up. Overall, he was pretty respectful. But he used underhanded tactics like all cops do. First, he wanted me to start answering questions. I'm peering through my little peephole, saying, what do you want? Why are you here? Well, I need to check on the welfare of your dogs. I'm like, they're fine. So I fucked up right there. I just answered a question. However, that question being answered probably was good. But if you're ever wondering, just don't answer it. I should have said, I don't answer your question. But I answered that to let him know they were fine inside, right? The point I'm making, I know this is a long rabbit trail. We go back and forth for a while. He threatens me first with a citation. I'm like, okay, posted on my door there because I know that he can't do that without identifying me. He hasn't seen my face. He doesn't know who I am. So he does post a little thing on my door, but it's just a notice because he can't cite me for anything because I haven't come outside. He hasn't even seen my face. This chucklehead goes to the office, gets my information from the people at the office, which I could probably hold them accountable with a lawsuit over that. They're giving my private information away without a subpoena or a warrant. I did go chat with them later and said that I was very displeased with it, and they got all flustered. Anyways, I'm not in the business of suing people. Like, whatever. Nothing really came of it, so it's all good. But police officer comes back, and then he's using my name, and I stupidly at that point acknowledged it by continuing to speak with him, even though all I was saying is I don't answer your questions. But he's calling me by my first name, and he got my move out date as well. So he's just fucking with me at that point to try to rattle me into answering questions. I reeled myself back in, and I went back to the narrative. I don't answer questions. Okay? I'm not going to answer any more of your questions. Have a nice day. Are we done here? Goodbye. And then he sat outside for like an hour in his little animal control truck just to try to rattle me still. Then he brought his little stupid notice back and stuck it in the door and said, "Oh, you have a nice day, Josh." I'm like, "You too, Officer Salazar, later." Then he took off. I may even have a harassment case there just because of the length of time that he just hung out there just to try to rattle me. Again, I got better things to do with my time. If you don't, and you want to go down those paths, do it. Cops aren't allowed to sit there and hang out just to rattle you. They're not allowed to keep you any longer than they need to do their duty, which to fill out a little piece of paper should have took about 5 minutes. And then the big dick thing he did, he checkmarked a serious felony charge on that document. I have it here somewhere still. Of saying that, like, I was abusing my dogs, basically. But then he left all the information lines blank. So again, he's just trying to fuck with me because I wouldn't answer his questions at that point. The point I'm making, guys. So back to the car. In the car, if they ask you to get out once, ask them what's your probable cause. If they tell you to do it again, then get out of the car. Because they're over you. They have the advantage. Okay, it's not going to end good for you ever if they have to come in after you. Okay, some of them will just fucking shoot you right there. There's videos out there of that. Me being in an RV that has all the windows blocked and all of that, and if you think that's weird, every RVer does that because you're always within close proximity. So any RVer out there knows what I'm talking about. It's not weird to have all your windows and stuff obstructed. And it gets really hot in RVs because the sun comes through the windows. So that's the main reason we do it. But it's also for privacy because your neighbors are literally sitting right on top of you. Anyways, I'm almost out of time, so I'll shut up and I'll let the video play out for the episode just so you can see how to interact with the cops. In the situation I was in, if he asked me to come outside, and he did a few times, like, "Can you come outside so I can talk to you?" I'm like, "Nope, I'm fine in here." Or I said, "I don't answer questions." That frustrated him too, you know. He's like, "I'm not getting anywhere with this guy." Then he came back a second time months later. It was the same people that had left and went back to Oregon. And they called me to swap me again. I know it was them because they're pieces of shit. Everyone at the park agrees with me. Just people that can't mind their own business, think they're better than everyone, that type of person. So they call a third time on me, and he shows up again when they get back this winter. I'm going to seek legal action against them because I know it's them. Anyways, I'm almost out of time. I don't see anyone here. If anyone is here, chat in real quick so that I know you're here, and I'll hang out. And if you want to call in, 720-72-CENTS, or X space is open. You can text in, voicemail in. Anyways, I want to wrap that all up. So it depends on the situation, okay? Don't ever unduly put your life in danger if you can avoid it, but do not sacrifice your rights either. Don't ever sacrifice your rights. Otherwise, you're a coward. And that's why these people literally get away with murder at times, is because people don't stand up for their rights. You have a duty to stand up for your rights. Not just for you, but for your community and for your entire country. If you don't do it, someone else is going to have to do it. And if we don't do it together, then all our rights get trampled. So with that, guys, I'm out of time. I don't see anyone here engaging. I'll play the rest of the video out. And you all have a wonderful evening. I'm sorry I was late. It was unavoidable. But this got me in a better mood. So there's that. So cheers, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you on the flip side. God bless.
It'll be on 12/11/2019 at 1:30 in Division 3. Should you wish to appear, if you would sign for me by the X, please, Mr. Strickland. Thank you, sir. If you have any questions, sir, you can refer to this phone number right here or email it. That address right there, mailing instructions, okay? Here's your driver's license back, Mr. Strickland. Here's your ticket. Have a nice day, sir.
Never talk to the cops. There isn't a need to exchange pleasantries or to help them investigate yourself. Don't just take it from me. Listen to these lawyers.
God bless the Bill of Rights and thank God for the Fifth Amendment. I'm not ashamed to say I'm proud of the Fifth Amendment, and I'm proud to admit on camera and on the internet that I will never talk to any police officer under any circumstances, with all due respect, sir.
You need to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Never answer questions when the cops have safe holidays. Shut your freaking mouth.
One of the best things that you can do for yourself as a driver is to get yourself a dual-function radar and laser detector. If you'd like to pick one up, I've listed my recommendations in the description down below. Don't forget to shoot on over to Because the Constitution and let them know that I sent you. Thank you for watching. If you have an incident you'd like me to review, email it to me, submit it through my website, or on Facebook Messenger. All links are down below. That concludes our video for today.